Yet another day of volatility. What does the crypto market show you right now? Look at the dollar. It's giving you the signs. Look at the total altcoin market, including Ether. It is directly giving you what you should be knowing. The volume, the price. There is nothing else. You look at the alts, excluding Ether, you still get the exact same results. You jump in to XRP and it shows you same lessons but similar outcomes. So you're focusing on everything you can see in the market. You're looking at the macro picture and the price action is showing you something clearly. So you look at this movement here. Bitcoin shows you it moved like this. Now, was that a surprise? Not for a lot of people, especially those involved in the SI family. We had the thought process shared here saying expect a bounce which gets rejected to the downside or a direct downside towards the support zone. Now, we posted this yesterday in the Scientific Investor family for 1,200 plus members, and they all enjoyed this idea. They understood there is a higher possibility side of the equation which would have done that. Now, zoom out. Did we come there? Yes, we did. So the price action showed you what and why did that happen and what can you expect from here. Let's break that down. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys get to learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. While these assets ride higher on a daily, push to the upside on a weekly, understand these are the key parts. You have opportunities just coming in front of you. You have some dropping to give you buy the dip opportunity. If you understand red flags and keep them away, you're going to be successful in this run up. So in this run up, Bitcoin is actually giving you a clear idea. It took 3 candles to push to the upside, but it is taking a lot more to come back to test that level. So that's one. So historically speaking, when you see that kind of a pattern on a shorter horizon, say you go on a 2-hour, 1-hour chart, whichever you want. But remember, the price action can give you this. It can show you a pattern which we have seen before where the price can break to the downside. It can play such a structure before it goes down. But understand the overall trend here is to the upside. So your support zones are going to be strong. So while you play this particular game, it can happen like this too. Whales will try manipulating the entire market. And one of the easiest way to do that is to push the price up and down like crazy, just like this. But you also can see the wave structure here, the 1, the 2, the 3, right? Then the ABC. Now the 1, the 2, most likely the 3 is happening here. For this, that pattern we discussed just now is going to be valid. It will complete the wave 3 before it come back down to test the trend line here. That's a micro movement. Now, bring up the altcoin market. It is important here. This is including Ether, the entire altcoin market. The entire altcoin market is showing you the last daily candle when it closed at much decent buying volume. And it was good. The price pushed higher. Now we have a lot more in selling volume, but the price is not going down. But again, you need to wait till the daily close. So for that equation to be solid, you need another 23 hours. You literally have to wait. So for now, the equation which you are solved is the closed candles. So you jump onto a 3-day candle. 3-day candle which just closed had decent buying volume. It pushed above the moving average. It is positive. So any micro drops here should stay within this candle, the range. You should continue like this. You should continue like this. That's great. Now, with that kind of a move, the market is showing you a breakout. So what should we look for? You should be looking at large cap assets like Ether, where it is already showing you it's meeting the moving average. It pushed back higher from 2100 towards 2700 already. So while it was back here, we argued it's going to do this, and it kind of completed that. What next? This is where you want to look for the divergence. This is where you are watching hidden bullish divergence or bullish divergence. It's kind of easy to understand this. The price is trending lower. RSI is starting to trend higher. This is positive. Now say you can take in a daily chart. It gives you better volatility. It gives you better results. It kind of gives you that idea. Yeah, there was a lot of volatility. On a daily, it stayed at the same range almost. But then the RSI did not. It went higher. So this is how you understand the volatility, the noise. If you want to look through the noise, you look through all these. Now, you take that equation into XRP. We are not at the support. We are at a resistance. We are still testing that resistance. We're still flirting with that resistance. What is positive in this? When you are usually crossing to the upside, the MACD, the price is volatile. Now you're doing that. MACD is crossing to the upside. Price is volatile. That is positive actually. It's net positive. Because when you do come into the Bitcoin side of the equation and pull up something similar, use the MACD, you're watching that the 3-day is crossing to the upside. And last couple of times when you did cross, that was the local top. It was at a resistance. Now we haven't reached that resistance yet, but still the retest should not be neglected. It is coming in our way. So while that choppiness still lives clearly here in the market, we are observing something. Is the money flowing out of Bitcoin? Is the money coming into Bitcoin? While comparing it with the altcoin market. And that suggests that we are going for a potential break to the downside, and this is coming after July. So it's been a steady rise to the upside. Now it is trying to break lower. So any bounce, the micro bounce I'm talking about, any micro bounce here in the equation of Bitcoin, say it does this, and then boom, get rejected to come back lower, not that low, most likely to this trend line, which would be around 61,500, 6,500 range. When it does that and the moving part of dominance is going down, altcoins are riding higher. And this is exactly what the altcoin market is showing you. You're taking the altcoin market, you can stick with total 2 or total 3, it's up to you. But it is arguing enormous selling pressure is being digested by the bulls. They are waiting there. Now you look at the MACD. The MACD is on the positive side. Selling volume is being absorbed. On a daily, the RSI is at 63. Why is that important? When you do zoom that out and look at whenever it has been close to 70, what was the result in the price action? So you come down, you consolidate, and when you're going back up, MACD is suggesting you're already at the roof. Just a bit more to the upside means you're in a new territory. You're going to pull 3-day up? Great. You pull a 3-day up. It's about to turn positive in the MACD terms, and it's already bullish, neutral to bullish in the RSI terms. So price action is arguing the point that some of these random assets will go up. So you're looking at the trend. All that you want to focus is highs and lows. Is it forming higher highs? Is it forming lower lows? So you kind of get to see the equation here. But on a 4-hour chart, you do see negative divergence forming. So that's a micro level. But still, it's going to give you opportunities if you're trying to time the market to perfection, at least trying to. If that's you, the market may give you a dip. You can use that. You go on to a 12-hour chart, nothing is confirmed yet. Chances are, yeah, you should do something like this before you go back up. So that is an opportunity if you are looking for one. Then you go back into a daily, and the daily kind of gives you the idea, no, I'm still bullish. So that micro move here is nothing. It's just a micro volatility. You can use it for your advantage. If your horizon is bigger, you have 20, 30, 40, 50 days, and you don't care about the micro. Now, this is what you're looking at. You just put it into a Heikin-Ashi, forget about it. If it's green when it's closing, you don't do anything. You just ride it. When you put it into a daily, if it's green, you don't do anything. Ride it. The market itself is going up. Why would you jump out of a trade? Unless that particular asset itself turned red. If that's not turning red and it's still barely green while the entire market is saying, I'm about to ride higher, I'm still riding higher, and the RSI is close to 69. That is where you get rejected sometimes. I agree. But that is also where you enter into this overbought territory and start pushing the price up. There is misunderstanding about this. People say it's overbought, it's about to go down. No, don't do that mistake. It's overbought, or it's in overbought territory, which means the number of sellers are extremely low. So if you get even 1% more buyers, the price is about to burst all these sellers. It's about to kick them out. You look at this. The first time you entered into the overbought territory, the price was here. By the time you exited that overbought territory, the price was here. It was the perfect entry, the perfect exit. So we are kind of very close to that. Why would you step out of the equation right now? Because the average market back then went up around 50% in just one leg up. Now, what's the difference? While you look at equation like this and understand, okay, it took around 250 days to re-enter into that territory, and when you did that, the price moved a total of 140%, and that's just the average market. You saw 10x in different assets. You saw bigger blows in small cap assets. Now you're coming back into the equation and you're looking at this. It's almost 200 days since we left that RSI level. Now we are re-entering that. At least we're trying to re-enter there. If we do re-enter there now, that means you are about to watch the wave 2 take off. The 1 is done. You have the micro, the 1, 2, 3, clear. Now we have the A, B, C. What's next? That's what we've been waiting for. Wave 1 is usually time consuming, usually lower ROI, but then wave 2 comes out to give you all that you want. So historically speaking, we have seen the 1, 2, 3 smallest and then the bigger burst. Now, wave 3 can be smaller, but let's keep that aside. Let's just focus on what's coming here now, because some assets have already done wave 2, some are going for wave 3, but a lot of them are looking at this phase, the wave 2. Now, think about this in another way. If the market is about to ride higher for wave 2, creating enormous ROI, would the whales make it easy for you to enter there and sit inside those assets at these lows? I mean, these are the lows for this wave. You look at the top, you look at the bottom. Are you close to the top or bottom? You are close to the bottom. Look at the RSI, guys. I mean, that conveys a story, the easy storyline. You're bouncing off. The MACD is about to cross back higher in the positive realm. That should give you some idea. Whenever you enter into that realm, what happens? Boom, the price goes up. not just in 2024. You go back into the same equation, 2021, 2020 July, you see the same. You go back in time, you get to see these kind of moves happening in the market. Clear. So you now know which direction the market is going. You now know what's happening with the capital flow. Now, all of these are trading against dollar. Dollar is suggesting it's slowing down. One candle to the downside and 3 candles to the upside. Most likely the pressure is to the downside. You may break back to the downside. So you zoom out, you look at the support and we say, yeah, we are still at a support. Unless we break that, chances are we may bounce back up. It is still there. When you zoom in, you kind of get the idea we may come back down to test that lower range of support. Now you kind of look at all the equations, the news, the narrative, the price action, the market sentiment, and you can literally understand without arguing a lot that we are starting the bigger blow. But if we are doing that, do you think they're going to give you this? Or do you think they're going to give you this, a deeper correction before the next big leg up, so that the majority would say it's going back down and they would jump out? But then what happens? The price goes higher. You take that volume and the breakout here, you can notice the fact that, okay, for just a retest, you need to come back down to 58. Say 58, 859. That is going to be the perfect area if you're trying to time it. Now, if you're like, no, I'm busy with my life, my work, my family, buy it here, it's what? Ask that question to yourself. If you are in a spot trading capacity, it's just 5% down. You're not looking for a 5% up, you're looking for something much bigger. Now, yes, if Bitcoin drops 5%, altcoin drop 10, 15, 20. So you need to look for altcoins which already showed you bullish divergence, and if it's already starting to trend higher, where the MACD has already crossed to the upside. So combine all of those. In the SI family, you get to see all of them. It's listed one by one against the Bitcoin side of the equation, against the Ether, against the market sentiment, the bullish divergence, the breakout. You get everything there. So you kind of have an advantage or edge in the market to make sure that you are involved. You are participating in what? In that trend. When that trend X is there, you ride with it. When it gets invalidated, yeah, you step out, wait for the new trend and ride that. If you need any kind of help for that, the Scientific Investor family is there, and you can use the link in the description below to reach me. So guys, if you received value, smash that like button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.